YouTube? You know we back again. We back one more time. We back with another video. I know you guys are used to like make us laugh, win money, or try not to laugh, and a bunch of car stuff. But if you know, and if you don't know, Cristiano Ronaldo is my favorite baller. He's the GOAT. He's the all-time. He's the #1 in the world currently right now. For me, and it should be for you as well. And today we have a video trying to prove to you guys just how good he is. Because he will be challenging who? Let me show you who he will be challenging. He will be challenging a robot. You see the title? Ronaldo versus My Unbeatable Goalie Robot. Let's see if he can bring home the dub.
The world's greatest goalkeeper because it's a robot and it's really, really fast. And this is Ronaldo, the world's greatest soccer player.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
Ah, you can't make this shit up, bro. You cannot make this shit up.
Faces off against the world's greatest keeper. Faces off against... And to even get to this point, I had to survive the toughest of coaches.
Don't cut the corner!
The strongest of legs.
But he's not destroying.
And a little blood.
Destroying.
My hand. But all that started for me right here at the most iconic football stadium in the world when I was invited to play in the Simon charity match. And I came ready to play.
Left back. Biggest stage of football we could ever play. 90,000.
My second favorite moment was when Speed tried to outspeed me. Because my first favorite moment was when I got to take a penalty kick and score a goal in front of 90,000 of my closest friends. Now, to say this was a dream of a lifetime would be an understatement. I've been playing soccer my whole life, starting at 5 years old, and that's the kind of moment you only dream about as a kid. The problem was, now that I realized how good that felt, I couldn't shake the idea that somehow I'd miss my life's calling to compete at the highest level with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, normally, because I'm generally uncoordinated, when I need to compete at the highest level, I just rely on my brain, which means I know what it feels like to be a world-class bowler, a world-class field goal kicker, that's my boy, world-class darts player, jigsaw champion, domino layer, and golfer. And so while that was a reliable plan B, if I was ever gonna have a chance to actually compete in sport with my raw athletic talents, this would be my best shot. So with the cheers of Wembley still ringing in my ears,
brings me back to my days in
back
Jamaica,
to the
bro.
pitch to meet up with the one person
And I was doing everything, cutting hair, making logos,
the GOAT of American soccer himself,
Mark.
making paintings and selling clothes. I was doing a lot, bro.
And I cut right to it, asking if there's anything I would first need to know before going pro.
Okay, so you're training twice a day on the field. Got it. And then hour 15 in the gym every day. Okay. After that, calf raises, okay? 30 minutes a day, you're at home, calf raises. Every time you're running, ball at your feet all the time. What about your ice creams and your treats and your dessert? Lots of stretching, yoga, that's Pilates as well. Talking to a sports psychologist, keep your heart rate low while you're doing it. It's cutting, it's sprint, keep your hips mobile, running, jogging, it's massage.
Yeah, there's a lot to football,
6 more
bro.
things.
Can you just write this down for me?
Yeah, it's hella
just read my
stuff to
book.
football.
Oh, it's come in audiobook?
Yes, it does.
It does? Okay, good.
Let me see what we're working with.
We started by running
Nowadays, bro, people hardly like to read, bro.
Starting with the simple
Nowadays, people
exercise of
hardly
kicking the ball straight up in the air.
Easy enough? Oh boy.
No. Every time you mess up, you gotta take a lap. Lap.
Apparently, this is a pretty common training technique for soccer,
Don't cut the corners!
my bad, with every mistake meaning a full lap around the field.
Try again.
Oh.
Take a lap.
Drill number 2 was testing my aerial attack, where I had to practice heading a ball lifted up to Ronaldo's max jump height at
Nah, you
9.5
never do that,
feet.
bro. Yeah, you never catch
Is it
that.
close? Must have been good, right?
Lap.
Soccer's
Yeah,
hard.
he's gonna be
Test
running
three
a
was
lot,
the
bro.
banana kick,
He's gonna be
where
running
we
a
had
lot.
to put spin on the ball to bend it into the net.
Good goal.
Not bad.
Got it, not bad.
Not good.
I got it, not good. I know. Lap.
Faster, please.
The next 2 tests involved speed and accuracy.
So just like this.
This one, we had to bomb a ball into the goal from halfway down the field.
That's pretty.
So I gave it a shot and actually made it pretty far away from the net. I was feeling optimistic about the final test because that was aiming at targets at a much closer distance. So I was pretty sure I was running my last lap.
Don't cut the corner.
Barely cut.
All right, Mark, 4 targets, 4 balls.
I just had to hit the top right,
Oh.
I hit the post.
and then the top left, and then the bottom right, and the bottom left.
Oh, is that even possible?
Yeah.
I mean, you could have just said yes.
Lap. Let's go. Corner!
It's like a foot, coach.
I love the effort. I'd stick to science, bud.
So with that resounding end to my professional soccer career, it's time to start thinking like an engineer and initiate Plan B. And so after consulting with the team for a little brainstorm, this was Plan B. If I want to be the best soccer player in the world, I'll first need to defeat the best soccer player in the world. In other words, I need to switch positions and make it impossible for Cristiano Ronaldo to score a goal on me by building the world's greatest goalkeeper. But there's a problem with that. Ronaldo kicks the ball at 80 miles per hour, so it'll reach the goal line in just a quarter of a second. Now, if our goalie's centered, then the maximum distance he has to travel is 12 feet. That means he'll need to yeet himself to 40 miles per hour, then slam back on the brakes to 0, all within 250 milliseconds. That's literally half the time it takes to blink. In other words, I'm gonna need some really big motors and a bunch of fancy cameras to track the ball so we can predict the trajectory after only a few milliseconds. For the fancy camera part, we got ourselves 12 high-speed infrared cameras. So while a normal camera sees me and Ian and anything else that's randomly in the background, those 12 cameras only see one thing: this soccer ball. And that's because if you look real close on the soccer ball, we've got these little gray stickers called retroreflectors, whose surface is made up of tiny little glass spheres that bounce any light right back at the light source, like you see with those markers on the road or with road signs. So these cameras blast the scene with infrared light, and because they can only see infrared, the retroreflectors glow super bright relative to everything else. So when you compare exactly where the center of the bright spot is in all 12 images, and then do some really complicated math, you get a 3D position of where the ball is down to the nearest millimeter 500 times per second. For us, that means 6 milliseconds after being kicked, we now have 3 data points we can draw a line through to predict where the ball will end up. In other words, by the time Ronaldo's kick has traveled exactly this far, Goalie Robot will already know exactly where it needs to be to block the shot. So we first needed to validate our tracking system by recording a kick that was faster than 70 miles
This
per
money
hour.
really, this money really, I gotta use science to build a goalkeeper to prevent Cristiano Ronaldo from scoring a goal. Nah, bro. I gotta give it to him. That is kind of tough.
Ian got Coach Landon's scouting report because when I showed up, there were 2 D1 soccer players already there to take the kick instead of just asking me.
Ian, I specifically remember telling you I can do that for you.
I remember you saying that. I do.
But I'm nothing if not a team player, so I volunteered to get in goal.
I'm so confident. Not only am I going to block your shot, but I'm going to get its speed at the same time. Please don't hit me. I'm done!
I tried aiming away from him. Medic! Oh, that's bad.
Look at my hand!
But it would take a lot more than that to keep Mark
Ja,
Grover
ja.
down. Because it's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get up. So I cleaned my wounds and courageously stepped back in the line of fire.
Let's see what you got! 66.
That's not bad.
Which was good, but not quite fast enough, so we had to keep trying.
Go! Wow! 67.
Which I'm assuming will be good enough for the top comment, but not good enough for our top speed.
Go! 71.
We now had the data to verify our design would actually work, which meant we were finally ready for a 10-second build montage.
Nah. The power of science, bro.
This is 1-to-1, no?
Yeah, that checks.
Here's how it works. Those cameras we talked about all plug into a computer that figures out super quickly in real time where the ball is going to end up, and then it sends that answer to the pair of 50 horsepower motors right here and here. Then each of those motors is attached to a belt that whips our carriage-mounted goal to the exact spot the ball will be, plus or minus the width of a human hair. So all that was left to do now is to see if it actually worked.
We want to try to take a shot?
Do you want to try and block a shot? Hands away from the keyboard. Here we go. Oh! Wow! Mark Rober.
Better luck next time, Mark Rober.
Now, to appreciate how tricky that is, there is a ton of data with over 5,000 camera frames
Nah,
updating the goalie position real time
tough,
every
bro.
second. The only problem was this
That's
warehouse was
tough.
basically in the middle of nowhere with zero internet. So I hit up my besties at T-Mobile, and they hooked us up, which meant we were firing on all cylinders thanks to the best network in the US. For my second shot, I tried to get tricky with the off-speed kick.
Bring the heat.
3, 2, 1. Wow.
There's no fake outs.
You coded the Panenka. Dang it. There's no fool in this guy.
You wanna go again?
Finally, in frustration, I just reverted to raw power with a kick that would make Coach Landon very proud. So while it wasn't yet perfect, it was certainly looking very promising, even if I'd already identified a couple weaknesses.
Oh, shit. Hey, we weren't ready. Redo.
So to make sure we had truly worked out all the bugs before facing Ronaldo, we decided to gather real-world data by heading out to a local high school for some actual competition in the form of 5 shooters of increasing difficulty, culminating with the final boss, Destroying, aka the strongest leg on the internet.
I knew that would be
We
strong,
kicked
bro.
things off with what was certainly the most
But the strongest leg on the
intimidating
internet,
opponent
that is
How
that is
fast
tough.
can you kick?
That is tough. That's a good accolade.
Guess how fast Mark Rober can move?
How fast?
That fast. That's faster. All right, Science Bob, do the honors. Oh, yes!
Oh.
Better luck next time, Jonah.
Okay.
Now, in hindsight, I do admit my round 1 celly against Jonah might have been a bit extra.
That's right.
But regardless, it's on to round 2 versus Tori.
All right, Tori, what's your strategy?
Corners.
Which corner would you say?
Left.
She's going left.
No.
Tori, best of luck.
Concentration.
Oh, Tori! That was a good effort. Well played.
And with 2 of 6 down, I think it's worth pointing out, now that we were out in the field,
That
I once
Nike
again
card,
asked
bro,
T-Mobile
but
for an internet hookup.
it
And
is-
that's when
it
they
is- it
suggested,
is a
why
good-
don't you just run
good
the entire robot on
contraption.
5G? And I said, well, in order to stop Ronaldo, it would need to start moving in less than 10 milliseconds. And that's 1/40th the time it takes to blink once, so there's no way wireless can keep up with that. And they said, actually, it can. And I said, wow. And sure enough, it actually worked. So like before, the camera sees the ball, but now when the computer picks up where it's going, that signal flies through Google Pixel Rock in the Tensor chip, ensuring super fast 5G speeds wirelessly through the air across T-Mobile's portable private 5G network, straight into the robot, all in less than 10 milliseconds. Which means by the time your brain can even register the ball's moving, this robot has already moved to block it. Which is wild. Our third opponent, Kazushi, came in hot.
Nah, all down to predictions, bro. Nah, bro, that's crazy, bro. Looking at it now, bro, that is crazy, bro. That's
A very bold claim.
How fast can you kick?
Like 70 miles per hour.
Really? Kazushi, I'm gonna ask again, now that I'm holding a radar gun, how fast can you kick a soccer ball?
Like 60. And they just called your bluff. Placement.
All right, Kazushi, let's see your 60-mile-an-hour blast.
Actually, like, let's go 55.
Okay, 55.
he continues going
Oh,
down.
wow, wow.
Yeah!
Ah, the man score! Oh, score! He score! No, wrong. Wait. Ah, there we go.
Unfortunately, my goalie couldn't keep a clean sheet due to some accuracy issues,
For the record, 54 miles per hour.
but failure is part of the process, so I took note and graciously moved on.
Get out of here,
Good
Kazushi.
goal.
He walks at 2 miles an hour, I know that.
Our fourth kicker, Shinya, stepped up and just ripped a real beauty.
How did I say that?
No chance.
Yo, hold on. When you see that, the man pick a corner, bro. Bro, straight up in the pigeon, man. Put that in the keeper, save it. Nah, bro.
Yeah, what the heck? You broke my left arm.
That's my bad.
I think it might have actually hit the post.
Honestly, that's better than scoring. I broke it.
Shinya, get off my field.
My robot counterpart was definitely starting to fall apart, but my hope was he could keep it together for at least a few more saves.
Are you a lefty, Neo? He's not even saying. Oh, Mark, he's tricking you. Let's
go, Neo.
He is left. No, he's
Tell
right.
him I go around.
Yeah, let's go.
Good save.
We got good news and bad news. We blocked the shot, but we seem to be losing material on each one.
Falling apart, man.
Neo, this is for you. That's a piece of me. Better luck next time, Neo.
Robot Mark Rover was on his last leg, but there was no time to tend to wounds when the final boss was waiting.
I've watched all these boys compete. I've seen them do their thing.
Yeah, but we've also been calibrating and learning ourselves.
I know, but you haven't seen a leg like mine before.
Calibrate all you want. First video of yours I saw, you bombed what would have been like a 70-yard field goal.
It's light work.
I mean, the wind was
How you know? Were you there?
I can see your shorts doing this. I've heard enough talk. Now I want to see the action.
So I gave him 3 tries. Simple rules. Best of 3 wins.
You're not gonna ask my strategy?
I don't need to know your strategy. You just kick it real hard.
See if you're ready for this mark.
Right at me. Oh,
And he did a
Test the
backflip.
body. See what the body had.
65 miles an hour, by the way.
Not bad. I'm just warming up. Let's try to hit 70 right here. Ooh.
Yeah, oh boy.
The man Benny
He's
nah.
hurt. You gotta sub him.
Nah.
Better glue.
The man
Robot,
injured
bro.
it, the robot.
Months.
Nah, the
Doing
robot's
things.
out.
He's bragging about
He's
carbon
out.
fiber this, steel
Substitute,
This might
sub.
require
One
gold
change referee.
So after a quick
One
sub
change
of my
referee.
critically injured keeper, it all came down to this, the final shot. And with the score
One
tied,
change
it was
referee.
winner takes all.
I think we need to move you closer.
Closer?
Robo Goalie is optimized for the penalty kicks.
We'll see how optimized he is.
All right.
Oh shit.
Go!
And
Oh,
with an absolutely
shit.
heroic effort, literally destroying himself to get an extra foot of reach, he made
Oh
the save.
shit. It's
almost
done
made
for. Nah.
Optimized, huh?
So we have some strength issues. To be fair, I feel like the tracking is working well.
Yeah, it's been there every time.
But what do you think our chances are against Ronaldo?
If you fix the strength issues, I think he's got a pretty good shot against the GOAT.
While these real-world tests were encouraging,
See, everyone
he
knows
clearly
he's
still
a
had
GOAT,
bit
bro.
more
He's a
work ahead of
GOAT,
us.
bro.
Ronaldo kicks even harder than D, so we'd clearly need to level up the robot's strength and durability. Dang it, he kicks hard.
But even the speed and accuracy would need some work. For the strength issues, we knew from the beginning this would be a huge challenge because to withstand an 80-mile-an-hour kick, it needed to be really strong. But the bulkier and stronger something is, the harder it is to move it quickly.
But it's a trade-off,
true.
just like how it's harder for me to move this big, heavy bowling ball back and forth versus this lightweight, flimsy little ping pong ball.
So to solve that, we just used an old trick I learned at NASA where you sandwich a piece of dense foam between 2 sheets of carbon fiber.
And now you've got something that's really lightweight, weighing less than a gallon of milk,
And yet, it's also super strong.
I mean,
Baby!
But this
I
solution
mean-
had one critical oversight, our attachment point. When we looked at the footage in slow motion, it was clear before the ball even made contact, the damage had already been done. And that's because we had to pull so hard on the goalie to get it moving that fast, we were peeling off the bracket and the whole back face in the process. So we reinforced the attachment of the bracket by adding 4 large diameter shear bolts and a carbon fiber cross member. And once we ran a test to simulate running the goalie with the old method
That'll do her.
versus the new method,
Yes.
it was clear this would make a huge difference.
Ship it.
To solve the accuracy issues, we doubled the number of cameras to 22, which means we've doubled the number of eyes looking for the ball stickers, so we no longer have the issue where we sometimes would lose sight of the ball.
22
And finally, for the speed,
camera,
we
bro.
just pushed the motors to 250% of the standard power levels, which doubled the robot's speed to 41 miles per hour. So with all those fixes in
22
place, it was
cameras.
time for one final
Crazy,
test to see if
bro.
we were finally ready to face Cristiano Ronaldo.
the GOAT.
And the early indicators pointed to yes, we were.
The brain is not meant to see things that large moving that fast.
It triggers your get out of here now response.
But just to be sure, we collected a few more data points.
I think I'm really liking our chances. I think this is ready for the pros.
And with that, let's go. We were off to Portugal.
And it turns out Portugal's a beautiful country filled with really cool people. But unfortunately, we had no time to enjoy it because we had only one day to prepare to face off against their most famous countrymen. And out of the gate, disaster struck because once we got to the field and set things up, our goalie robot was basically missing every shot.
Wait, did it move?
No.
Did you want it to move?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Something is wrong.
We couldn't get a good read on the ball position because there was so much noise in the tracking signal. And this was really confusing because we hadn't changed anything.
I wonder what that noise is from. It's so clean when we were in the States, right?
I'm kind of surprised. I'm looking at sources of variability.
And so as we stepped through all the sources of variability one by one, when we looked at the graph of the ball position from all the cameras and zoom all the way in, the ball seemed to be wiggling up and down just a tiny bit, about 1,500 times per minute, even though the ball itself was perfectly still. And 1,500 wiggles per minute coincidentally was the same RPM frequency of an engine you would find in a forklift that happened to be moving all around our field for the previous 3 hours. And that meant the motor vibrations were traveling through the tires, through the ground, and ever so slightly wiggling all 22 of our cameras, causing the super delicate tracking system to basically be useless. And so as soon as we cleared out the forklift, sure enough, the signal cleaned up perfectly, and we got back to blocking shots smooth as butter.
Bro, that just, nah, no joke, bro. That tough, bro. That tough. That tough. Just the mere fact that the man use science, bro, and then the forklift where I drive around affect the camera. Nah, bro, that's tough, bro. Well, I mean, that's science for
so
you,
while
I
Ian
guess.
stayed back to tackle that final bug in the code, I headed off to a Portugal World Cup qualifier game to do some last-minute recon on their star player before he would come over to meet our robot goalie after the match. Now, to be honest, I didn't learn much about Ronaldo's kicking game, but I did learn that his fans are very loyal.
Would you be really non-subscribed from Ronaldo for me?
Absolutely not.
Because I'm only 5 million subscribers away from passing him on YouTube, and suffice it to say,
No, no, no. Absolutely no. No.
I would not be getting myself any closer while in this country. But the good news is I know of another country that has 5 times the population of this one, so do your thing, Argentina. Now, seeing that I was mere hours away from the greatest moment of my life, I headed back to the field to wait for Ronaldo to finish his game while I ran one final test.
Because this is a super complicated robot that took a year to build, but if you want to know what it feels like to build an epic robot of your own, well, you're in luck with Hack Pack, where you get a really cool robot in a box delivered right to your door, and it'll work right away with no programming required, unless you want to get creative, leveling up your robot's capabilities by tweaking the code, which we make really easy to do. Like with this desktop lamp that has its own personality, or this plant tank that will drive itself around the house to find the perfect sunny spot, as well as letting you know when it needs water. But then if you're just getting started on your journey of learning how to build anything you can dream up, with BuildBox you get a really fun mechanical toy each month where you build it alongside me, and I teach you all the cool physics that make it work. On top of that, each month your box has the chance to contain the platinum ticket, and if you get it,
that's tough, bro.
You're coming out to Crunch Labs to build and play with my team for a day.
So if you're a kid and you're looking for something to put at the top of your Christmas list, or you're just looking to be the household hero by giving it to someone else, head to crunchlabs.com, where we're giving away 2 free boxes for our holiday special, and where you'll find we finally completed our trilogy of creative engineering subscription box options, now ranging from ages 6 to 106.
And now that the game was over, it was time to face Cristiano Ronaldo, the greatest soccer player of all time, a legend on the field. And oh my gosh, he's right here tying his shoes right in front of me. All of a sudden, this was real, it was happening, and I had to show him that I meant business. All right, Cristiano, I will bet you 5 million subscribers that you cannot score on me in goalie.
I'll give you 3 tries even.
That I don't score.
Yeah, and you won't score.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Now, of course, I didn't think I was going to stop all of them. But considering my lifetime of soccer experience, I wondered if I had a shot at stopping one. I mean, he is Cristiano Ronaldo, but I've been training my whole life for this moment.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's not good.
Okay,
And the man do it effortlessly, bro. Nah.
Gloves.
Nah.
An inch gap.
Bro, the man didn't even put no thought into it.
I had a shot at getting one. Because having seen Cristiano's form hitting both the left and the right, I had a chance to study his body language to figure out which direction he was
you ain't
going
gonna study nothing, bro. It's not gonna make a difference.
Oh,
See, I told you it's not gonna make a difference, bro.
Told me. That's disappointing.
One more?
No.
I actually have something else I want to show you over here.
It was time to introduce Ronaldo to my guest of honor, in front of half the Portugal national soccer team he brought over with him. No biggie.
All right, Cristiano, when I said you couldn't score on me, I meant you couldn't score on my robot.
And I held for applause as did my robot. But
No, what
Cristiano
it is.
seemed less than impressed.
It looks big, eh? Yeah, he's a little bigger than me. You want to see how fast it moves?
Yes.
Okay, Ian, we good? Let's show him. Woo! Do it one more time.
No.
The robot is better than me.
So let's try.
Ronaldo was game.
Here we go.
I wanted to get started pretty far away from the goalie.
Estou a aquecer ainda, estou a...
All right, Cristiano, we are ready.
Ok.
It was time for Ronaldo to face some cold, hard engineering.
Hey!
Let me do another one just to see.
And his first kick didn't offer him up any clues.
Do you have a strategy now? What do you think?
We need to, I don't know. Let me try again.
That was fast.
Agora vou lhe dar com força, para ver.
Oh! So is he
Wait,
better
no,
than me?
wait.
Ronaldo
A bigger
kept trying
$10
to go
that
at-
hold on. Bigger $10. Hey boy, dollar, you have left my side, brother. I'm gonna crash out now, pan of you. You have left my side, brother. It don't for see another video, still. But if you left my side, brother, cause you have to be a madness in my side, brother. This is my message to you. Just go on, brother. Go on.
So is he better than me?
Yes.
Ronaldo kept trying to go at it full force and quickly realized this was not going to be an easy fight.
I like that you're stretching now.
Ja, wel la prada.
But the only thing taking
Oh! So is he better than me?
Yes.
Ronaldo kept trying to go at it full force and quickly realized this was not going to be an easy fight.
I like that you're stretching now.
Ja, wel
The beating's coming. Oh,
la
God.
prada.
Oh, my word. Oh, my word. The God has spoken.
Was Ronaldo standing amongst his teammates?
Queres tentar?
So I took a shot on my own.
If you keep going, you might tire him out. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Until he gently suggested I shut my mouth,
Oh!
which left quite an impression.
Wow. That.
The new robot looked to be unbeatable, which was a huge relief because when shipping the robot over here, one of the carriage rails got slightly damaged, and this meant sometimes it would stop short of the goalpost on kicks placed to the right. But thankfully, it didn't seem to be an issue after all.
You think he could be on the Portuguese team?
Yes, better than Diogo.
It seemed like his theory was that the cameras were tracking his body to predict the ball direction before he kicked it. So he ran a simple test.
Oh! Panenko! The stunner!
But then he seemed to have a new plan
A bola tem sensor, não é ele. A bola, ele sente a bola a sair.
because he stopped using his kicks to try and beat the robot and started using his kicks to try and find a weakness.
Vou tentar diferente agora. Ai!
That had potential.
Se naquele cantinho ali. Tens de tentar colocá-la. Bate-lhe aqui.
Okay, I'm getting nervous.
Let me try again.
Okay.
Yo, bro, the goat this, bro. The man gonna crack it. The man gonna crack the code, bro.
Ready when you are.
He's gonna crack this code, bro. I swear he's gonna crack this code, bro. I have all the feeling. What a goal. Marvelous. Praise the king of football. Praise the king of football. I feel it before the man even score, bro. Praise the king of football. And the king is for football, brother.
The funny thing about lifelong dreams is they always involve a bunch of unexpected twists and turns on the pathway up the mountain that often end up being some of the best moments.
Mas é top, esta é impossível.
And even when the view at the top isn't exactly what you first pictured,
Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate
Bro,
it.
this dope, bro. Dope,
it
bro.
means you can now see a bunch more mountaintops you could potentially climb next. But those will have to wait for another day.
Oh, that's nice as you.
Did I upload a video today?
This holiday season, if you want to have a ton of fun while learning how to think like an engineer, now from ages 6 to 106, go to crunchLabs.com or use the link in the video description where we're currently giving away 2 free boxes as a holiday special. Oh, and also, my friends at YouTube agreed to give you 20% off if you use Google shopping features like the product links below this video while discounted supplies last.
Yeah, that was dope, bro. W video. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was dope. W video. The GOAT that's done it again, bro. You can't keep a good man down.